of indices still continues in solving a problem involving exponential equations. In exponential equation, there are some things you must consider, that if a raised to power m is equal to a raised to power n, you have to consider that they have same base. For the fact that the base are equal, it means the index must be equal. And vice versa, if you have the one that have a different base but the same index, is telling you that the base are equal. So this is exactly the rules that we are going to use for any question involving exponential equation. So let's continue in solving a question like this. So for example, a question is given to solve an equation like x, the cube root of s is equal to 4. Now, if the cube root of x is equal to 4, now what do you now want to do in getting the values of the x? You said, let's take the cube roots of both sides. So in getting the cube root of the both sides, but before you try to do this, you write the cube root like this onto 4, and having the cube root of the both sides will now be this. The not cube root, sorry, it will be the cube. We have already have cube root of 3, so that is just a logic. This is the cube root of 3. You take the cube of the both sides, so it will be in this form: all raised to power 3 onto 4 raised to power 3. So in taking the cube root of the both, we now have s raised to power 1 over 3. You try to write to make it easy from the one of the laws of indices that we are able to use. So we have s raised to power 1 over 3 times 3 is equal to 4 times 4 times 4. So in view of this, we have, it will cancel, the 3 will cancel 3. So we have our x to be equal to 64. So that is not a cube root. You take the cube. If it is cube root, if it is cube that here, you take the cube root. So you try to do the opposite of the index and you get the answer. We are able to solve that. Let's also have another meaningful example like 2a raised to power half. Can you see? It's equal to minus 14. Now, having a questions like this, the first thing you must put in place is, let's try to reduce it to minimum values. Like, let's divide the both sides by 2. So in dividing the both sides by 2, we have 2a raised to power minus half. To divide by 2 is equal to minus 14 to divide 2. Now by the time it's cancelled, this will remain a raised to power minus half is equal to minus 7. So at this junction, what do we now want to do? But you can still remember a law that I said. A raised to power minus 1 minus n will give you 1 over a raised to power n. Let's apply it to the a raised to power half to give us 1 over a raised to power half is equal to minus 7. So telling you that the reciprocals of 1 over a, so let's reciprocate the both sides. Reciprocate the both sides. So it means if I have to reciprocate the both sides, this is 1 over a, it will turn to a raised to power half, not minus half again. A raised to power half is equal to 1 over minus 7. Yes. So telling you that you can see this that we have the square root of a. So let's square the both side. This is the opposite of what we did in the first example. Square the both side, because we have the square root of a. Now to square the both sides, we have something like a raised to power half or raised to power 2 is equal to 1 over minus 7 or raised to power 2. So that is to tell you that we are able to square the both sides. So in the process like this, we have a raised to power minus half times 2 is equal to 1 over minus 7 to multiply 1 over minus 7. So this we cancel this. We have a is equal to, so minus 7, it will be 1 over 49. So that is just the answer for this. And let's try to solve another one to have more idea about the exponential equation and one of the laws. So we have something like 8 raised to power x is equal to 32. Most important fact is this. The factor of it is 2 times 2 times 2. Telling you that 8 is 2 raised to power 3, while 32 is 2 raised to power 5. 2 raised to power 5. So you need to know this very well and understand the fact. So therefore, instead of writing 8 at this junction, we write 2 raised to power 3 or raised to power x is equal to 2 raised to power 5. You can still remember the law of the product of indices. If you don't know this, there is a video for it. You check the page, you are going to see it there in the indices. You're able to study it very well. So the indices will multiply, n will multiply n. So therefore we have 2 onto 3 times x is equal to 2 raised to power 5. We have 2 raised to power 3x is equal to 2 raised to power 5. As I've said earlier, the base are equal, telling you that the index will now be equal, which is, since 2 is equal to 2, therefore 3s is equal to 5 and x is equal to 5 over 3. So that is all, which is 1 whole number 2 over 3. So that is all. So we still have so many questions that we need to put in place like this. You can see a question of this. How could we solve this? So I want you to understand that 1 over 2 can still be written as 2 onto minus 1. So instead of this, instead of writing half, you can write 2 onto minus 1 or raised to power x is equal to 2 raised to power 3. So with this, we have 2 raised to power minus x is equal to 2 raised to power 3. So we can still rewrite to say that because the bases are equal, minus x is equal to 3. So by the time we divide both sides by minus, we have x is equal to minus 3. So we still have many questions that, now for example, somebody give you a question like this, and if the question is in this form, so as you can see, it said is equal to 27. Now, at least it's making it meaningful that you try to make 3 raised to power x to be the subject of the formula by saying that by dividing the both sides by 3, we have 27 to divide 3. So this we cancel this. We have 3 raised to power x is equal to 9. And you know that 9 is equal to 3 square. So which we have 3 raised to power x is equal to 3 square. So x is equal to 2. So that is all. So now let's see have like the one I have with decimal points, 0.25 x plus 1 is equal to 16. You can see that there is a decimal at this angle, but still we have to do something meaningful, that we have 0.25 can still be written as 25 over 100. So here 1, here 4. We have 1 over 4. So that is the meaning. That it means 1 over 4 all raised to power x plus 1 is equal to 16. So let's try to work on this. That 1 over 4 can still be written as 4 raised to power minus 1. So 4 raised to power minus 1 all raised to power x plus 1 is equal to 16. As I've said earlier, that the product of indices is germane, as in you need to be revising it. So you have to multiply the index together to have 4 onto minus x minus 1 is equal to 4 square. So since the base are equal, telling you that the index is also equal, minus x minus 1 is equal to 2. We have minus x is equal to 2 plus 1 minus x is equal to 3. By the time you divide both sides by minus 2, we have minus 3. So, telling you that the value of x is minus 3. And let me solve a question for the last times under the equalities of indices. 3x is equal to 1 over 81. So you can still go further that 3x is equal to 81 raised to power minus 1. And you're able to realize that 81 is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which is 2 raised to power 4. So we have 3 raised to power x is equal to 2 raised to power 4, all raised to power minus 1. But you can remember the product of indices which you use much, that the indices will multiply. So we have 3 raised to power x is equal to 2 raised to power 4 times minus 1. So which is equal to 2 raised to power x is equal to 2 raised to power minus 4. As we can able to see, according to our topic for today, exponential equation, that anytime the base are equal, the index must also be equal. If the index is also equal, the base must also equal. So the final answer here gives us minus 4. So as you are able to watch this video to the end, try to subscribe to this channel to gain more of this kind of videos and share it to the people you believe they might need it. So let's go to the classwork to show that you are here together with us. So this is our classwork. Solve the following equation. 2x raised to power 3, 2x raised to power 3, not minus 3, 2x raised to power 3 is equal to 54. You have to find the value of x. 2, a raised to power minus 2 is equal to 9. Find the value of a. 4 at the power of c minus 1 is equal to 64. What is the value of c? 4. X raised to power half is equal to 5. The value of s is important to find. 5x is equal to 40x raised to power minus half. 6 is equal to 2 raised to power x is equal to 0.125. So I'm able to have done an example that will explain all this. So after you solve this classwork, send it to me in my group. Or if you are not in the groups, you can send your number to the comment section. So we can add you if you have interest in having a free class like this. So thanks for watching this video, and try to share, follow and share likes. Try to engage in the video. This will be my gain, at least for the stress I pass through. Engage in it, please. Thank you.